Big Mike, Act 2. There are places in the world where you have never been and will never go. Things happen there that you will never know about and cannot imagine. Come with us for a glimpse of the unknown. See worlds so small that they can't be seen with a naked eye. Hear sounds so faint that they can't be heard with a naked ear. Listen closely for the words you need to know. When the word is used, you'll hear the sound of a telegraph.
Hello, I'm Harry Grisman, and welcome to Big Mike, the radio show where we use the most powerful microphone in the universe to listen to sounds you've never heard in your life. Today we're going to take Big Mike and listen to what's going on underneath a toupee. Excuse me, sir. May I talk to you for a moment?
I suppose so.
I'm Harry Grisman, and this is a microphone called Big Mike.
How do you do? My name is Smith. My friends call me Smitty.
And it looks to me like you're wearing a toupee.
Is it that obvious?
No, it isn't. In fact, it looks like an impeccable toupee.
Then how did you know I was wearing one?
I happen to be an expert at spotting toupees. Even the most consummate toupee made of the finest components and deployed with real expertise cannot escape my notice.
That's a relief, Mr. Grisman. I'd hate to think that my toupee was so easy to spot. That's hardly the purpose of a toupee.
I understand. The idea, if I don't miss my guess, is to fool the beholder into thinking that the hair on your head is real, is it not?
That's sort of the idea, although you make it sound like a subterfuge.
I don't mean to say it's a trick of any kind. What I mean is that the perfect toupee should make the beholder attest to the fact that the hair on your head is real.
That's only partly true. I happen to think that much of the effect of the toupee is not so much in the eye of the beholder, but in the mind of the toupee-wearing individual.
I see. There's a mental component as well.
That's right.
The question of self-esteem.
You might say that. There is also the issue of warmth and protection from the sun, especially in this day and age.
Fascinating. I hadn't realized the manifold issues raised by the common toupee.
It's a subject worthy of the most assiduous study.
How did you come to decide upon wearing a toupee, Smitty?
I didn't come to my decision right away, Mr. Grisman. First, it was necessary to evaluate all the various approaches to my lack of hair, which, I might add, came over me at a relatively young age.
How did you go about the process of evaluation?
Well, the first step, of course, was to try to understand the enigma of baldness. Why does it happen to some and not to others? What causes it? Is there a cure?
What did you discover?
I discovered the murky world of pseudo-scientific cures for baldness.
Can you describe this for us?
A world fraught with devious charlatans who attempt to perpetrate their hoaxes on gullible men who are afraid of losing their hair.
Where did you find these charlatans?
They advertise in the back of magazines, on matchbooks, on late-night television. They make fallacious claims that cannot be substantiated.
Such as what?
One business claimed to have concocted a potion made of herbs and oils that would make hair grow on your head if you rubbed it on your scalp 3 times a day. The problem was the potion smelled awful, and it was expensive.
Did you try that potion?
I sure did. At first I thought I saw some results. Something indeed was growing. I cheered. I laughed. You could have heard me exulting from a block away. But then, upon closer inspection, I was proved wrong.
What was it then?
It was a black fungus that was growing up there. Like the stuff that grows on trees. The herbs and oils reacted together and the fungus grew, and it looked, at first, like hair. But then birds started landing on my head. That's how I became aware of the fallacious claims of the manufacturer.
Did you get your money back?
I did not. I bought the potion through a mail-order firm, and they went out of business. It was the consummate hoax.
What a shame.
But I deployed this stuff as fertilizer on my tomatoes, so it worked out pretty well.
What did you try next?
Next, there was a jar of pills, with garlic powder and ginseng and who knows what else.
Any results?
I had exquisite dreams for a week, but no hair.
When did you decide on the toupee?
Right after the pills. I evaluated the many different types of toupees. Some of them come with glue, but the glue made my head itch. Others, they kind of sew into your scalp, but I didn't like that idea. Then I found the perfect solution. Velcro. See, these strips are attached to my scalp with adhesive, and the bottom of the toupee has the Velcro, and it stays right where you put it. Watch this.
Amazing. It fits right on there.
I can attest to the fact that a hurricane couldn't blow it off.
Mind if I put the microphone under there to hear what's happening under your toupee?
Go right ahead.
I'm placing the microphone, Big Mike, the most powerful microphone in the universe, right above Smitty's ear. My microphone is picking something up. It sounds like grass. Grass growing. Or hair.
Really?
It stopped. Rip the toupee off again, Smitty. Now put it on again. Okay. There it is. The Velcro is stimulating the hair follicles to grow.
You can't be serious.
Big Mike never lies.
Incredible.
If you just keep ripping that Velcro on and off, you should have a full head of hair in a month or so.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't mislead you, Smitty. Subterfuge is not my game.
Oh, I know that. What I mean is, I'm not going to rip this Velcro toupee off and on again for a month, not even for a day.
Even if it gives you back your hair?
I never liked my hair, Mr. Grisman. It was really kind of boring. Being bald gives me a much more interesting look. And when I want hair, I wear this. This is much better hair than I could grow myself. All I have to do to wash it is throw it in the dishwasher. This is much better. But thank you just the same.
You're welcome.
How does it look? Did I get it back on straight?
Looks impeccable, Smitty.
Then I'll be on my way.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Well, we may have stumbled across a cure for baldness, but we'll never know for sure. And you have to admire a man like Smitty who knows what he likes and likes what he's got.
Come and listen in again when Harry Grisman discovers more surprises in worlds more strange than any world imagined. But first, let's review some of the words we heard today, words you need to know.
No, it isn't. In fact, it looks like an impeccable toupee.
Impeccable means faultless or spotless.
Even the most consummate toupee, made of the finest components and deployed with real expertise, cannot escape my notice.
Consummate means complete, of the highest degree, or perfect. A component is an element or part. To deploy is to position forces according to a plan.
That's sort of the idea, although you make it sound like a subterfuge.
A subterfuge is a trick or a deception.
What I mean is that the perfect toupee should make the beholder attest to the fact that the hair on your head is real.
To attest is to confirm as accurate or to vouch for.
Fascinating. I hadn't realized the manifold issues raised by the common toupee.
Manifold means many or complex.
It's a subject worthy of the most assiduous study.
Assiduous means devoted or attentive.
First, it was necessary to evaluate all the various approaches to my lack of hair, which, I might add, came over me at a relatively young age.
To evaluate is to review or find the value of.
Well, the first step, of course, was to try to understand the enigma of baldness.
Enigma means a riddle or a puzzle.
I discovered the murky world of pseudo-scientific cures for baldness.
Murky means dark or obscure.
A world fraught with devious charlatans who attempt to perpetrate their hoaxes on gullible men who are afraid of losing their hair.
Fraught means filled. To perpetrate is to commit. A hoax is a trick or a deception. Gullible means easily fooled or easily cheated.
They make fallacious claims that cannot be substantiated.
Fallacious means misleading or false.
One business claimed to have concocted a potion made of herbs and oils that would make hair grow on your head if you rubbed it on your scalp 3 times a day.
To concoct is to devise.
I cheered, I laughed. You could have heard me exulting from a block away.
To exult is to rejoice greatly. Let's review once again the words you need to know, only this time you provide the definition. If you can, take out a piece of paper and a pencil. Otherwise, just say it to yourself. Use the pause button to take the time to get it right. Ready? Okay. Impeccable. Consummate. Component. Deploy. Subterfuge. Attest. Manifold. Assiduous. Evaluate. Enigma. Murky. Fraught. Perpetrate. Hoax. Gullible. Fallacious. Concoct. Exult. How did you do? If there were some words you weren't sure of, check the definitions in the booklet. Make a note of the words you missed and study them again. Once you have the confidence to use these words in their appropriate context, you are on your way to a better vocabulary and improved word power.